1. The photo you are seeing on the screen was sold at an auction for around 80 lakh rupees, and below the photo is Einstein's signature. This photo was taken at Princeton University on March 14, 1951, Einstein's birthday. The photographer asked him to smile, but he took so many photos that day that instead of laughing, he stuck out his tongue. 2. Uttered some last words on his death that were in German, but the person next to him at the time did not know German. Einstein's silence remains a mystery to this day. 3. Many people came to meet him every day while he was alive. One day, a young man asked him, "Sir, you're famous all over the world today. What is the secret of your success?" That day he replied with only one word, "Adhyabhasa," which means without giving up. 4. Despite being a genius, Einstein's memory was very weak. He forgot names, addresses, telephone numbers. He could not even remember his own phone number. Once a colleague asked for his phone number, he started looking for the diary. His colleague asked him, "When you don't know your telephone number," he says, "why should I remember things that can be easily found by searching the diary?" 5. There is another interesting incident about his character. Once he was traveling by train from Princeton University to work when the conductor of the train approached Einstein while checking the tickets of other passengers and asked him for the ticket. Einstein put his hand in his pocket and started looking for the ticket. Then he started looking in the suitcase, and not finding the ticket there, he started looking around the seat. He knew very well, so he said, "Sir, you don't have to show the ticket." After hearing and looking for the ticket, he said again, "Sir, sit down calmly. No one will check your ticket." Then Einstein said, "Okay, but if I don't get the ticket, how will I know where I should get off?" 6. Einstein is famous all over the world for his theory of relativity, but you will be surprised to know that he didn't get Nobel Prize for this theory. He won Nobel Prize in 1921 for his photoelectric research. 7. Einstein's research was very complicated at that time. There were very few people who understood his research. Once a journalist asked his wife, "Do you understand this research, sir?" She did not answer, "But I understand my husband, and he can be trusted." 8. Einstein did not like to cut his hair at all. His messy hair is now considered the style of genius scientists. 9. Despite being a great scientist, Einstein could not drive a car. He loved to go sailing, but he did not know how to swim. 10. Sir Einstein didn't like to wear socks at all. He once said when he was a child, "My toes were too big as a child, and it would cause socks to fall off, and I've given up wearing socks ever since." He never liked to get well dressed in front of anyone. So whether a known person or a stranger. 11. Einstein was considered stupid as a child, and even his school teachers said that this boy will not do anything in life. But later, he became known as the best scientist in the world. 12. The teacher once called Einstein a lazy dog because he was so bad at studying. But the most favorite subject was math. 13. When he was born, his head was much bigger than other children. The doctor then said that this boy would be mentally unstable. Einstein started studying at the age of 7, crying at home every day to stop school. 14. You will be surprised to know that he could not speak anything until he was 4 years old, and even everyone thought he might be dumb. Once while eating with his parents, he suddenly exclaimed that it is very hot, and his parents were overjoyed. 15. Einstein fell in love with Bingen when he was only 5 years old. Once his father bought him a compass. 16. 1999 America's Times Magazine honored Albert Einstein as the man of the century. 17. When Einstein was invited to become the president of Israel in 1952, he smilingly turned down the offer, saying he was born for science, not politics. 18. When you are asked your favorite scientist, you might name Isaac Newton or some other scientist. But do you know who Sir Einstein's favorite scientist was? Galileo Galilei. 19. Einstein loved animals, so much that he even had a cat in his house. When it rained, the cat got bored. Einstein used to say to the cat, "I know why you are upset, but I don't know how to stop this rain." 20. Einstein loved to smoke. Many of his pictures show him smoking Shurajet once he fell into the water while wading in a river when he was picked up from the water he was wet, but with a cigarette butt intact in his hand. 21. Einstein never invented the atomic bomb, but the formula he invented was used to make it. And he later suffered from the thought that his formula could wipe out the entire human race. 22. Einstein considered war to be very terrible. Once a reporter asked him what kind of weapon would be used in World War II. He said, "I don't know what kind of weapon will be used in World War II, but in World War IV, man's tool will be stone because in World War II, modern man will be destroyed. We'll go and people will go back to ancient times." 23. Sir Einstein would point to his head when asked about his research center and his pen when asked about his favorite object. 24. He used to sleep longer to work with full concentration, so he can sleep 10 hours a day so that he can work with concentration. 25. Einstein used to charge $5 for his autograph and $1,000 for his dedication. Then he donated all of this money somewhere. 26. Once Einstein and his wife went together at an event at the California Institute of Technology. Seeing a huge telescope, the wife asked, "What do you do with such a large telescope?" A scientist present proudly said, "We try to understand the mysteries of the universe with it." At the time, Mrs. Einstein said that this work was done by my husband on the letter that came to him. 27. When Einstein was a professor, a student came to him and said, "Sir, the question that came last year is the same this year." Einstein said that the question is the same, but this year the answer has changed. 28. Einstein discovered many theories that could not be proven at the time because technology was not so advanced at that time. But today, many years after his death, advanced technology has made it possible to verify the truth of many of his things. 29. Dr. Hurd was fired from his job after Einstein's death without the consent of Einstein's family. But Dr. Hurd said he only did it for research, which showed that Einstein's brain was larger than a normal human. It was because he could think much more than a normal person.